everybody, I'm Stu Carter from Atamaii TV. I'm at the Bandai Tamashi Nations booth at the New York Toy Fair, and I'm looking here at these Sailor Moon figures. You might remember last year I introduced you to the new release of Sailor Moon figures by Bandai, and we've got some more Sailor Moon news to tell you about, so that's why I'm here now, to get through all this stuff. We're very excited to see Bandai coming out now with more Sailor Moon toys. You might notice Sailor Moon's Moonstick, one of the new items that they're displaying here at New York Toy Fair. What's going on apparently is they have announced there will be a revival of the original Sailor Moon series showing at least in Japan this summer, and new episodes are planned. We're very excited about that. Unfortunately, I have no more news about that. In the display case, they've got their first 3 released figures under Bandai SH Figuarts line. These sell for about $41 to $42 in the US. They have Sailor Moon, Mercury, and Mars. Coming later, Sailor Venus, and then Sailor Jupiter, the girl with the brunette girl, will be coming out a little bit later this year. We know that Sailor Venus is coming out in May, and then they expect Jupiter, the last of the inner scouts, the inner planet scouts. Sailor Jupiter will come out later this year, in a month or two, perhaps by the summer. What could they do? We don't know exactly what they plan, but there's more they could. Obviously, they could do new poses for the existing scouts, or they could go with the start with some of the outer scouts: Neptune, Uranus, Sailor Pluto, Sailor Saturn, the tragic one, my favorite character. Tuxedo Robin, the sometimes unwilling boyfriend of Sailor Moon. Chibi Moon, Sailor Moon's little sister, the girl with the pink hair. We could do those, and they haven't done the cats, of course, Luna and Artemis. So there's more they could do. I guess we'll have to wait and see how the series turns out, and let's hope that the series gets translated to English as soon as possible so we can enjoy it here. So in this day and age, don't you think it's about time we all accepted the truth about Sailors Uranus and Neptune? Huh? Well, if you don't know, I'm not going to tell you, all right? Let's just put it that way. And now the Moonstick, Sailor Moon's Moonstick. Bandai is calling it a Proplica. Apparently it's going to have lights and sound. A little bit expensive, going to sell for about $95 or maybe hopefully a little less in the US. And you fans of Sailor Moon know that over the years there were several kinds of wands used by Sailor Moon in the series. And then also under the Bandai Figuarts Zero line, we have these 2 fixed pose figures on display. The first, which is going to be available in March, Sailor Moon is available in March, selling for about $89. And then Sailor Mercury is shown here as a prototype, non-painted prototype. Not sure yet when it's going to be released or if we're going to have any more. Coming back to Sailor Moon, though, you notice she's got a different kind of a wand. That's the kind of a wand she's using. I remember myself from seeing in the last year or so of the series. I do remember that when Sailor Moon has that wand out and she's pointing it at somebody, there's going to be some damage taken. Now, you know, the name of Sailor Moon and her costume comes from the idea of schoolgirls in Japan, high school girls, wearing what they call a sailor suit, the white top typically with the bib and the blue skirt. Usually the skirt's a bit longer than what Sailor Moon wears. Her skirts are rather extremely short. And frankly, I think it would be very creepy of me to do some kind of cheap upskirt kind of shot, take a picture, you know. All right, I'll do it in the name of reporting. If you don't want to see Sailor Moon upskirt, cover your eyes for the next 5 or 10 seconds. Okay, there, I did it. All right, there, I did it for you guys. Call it fan service, whatever, call it creepy. I'm sorry, I did it. They're also here at the Bandai Tamashi Nations booth. They're showing some Japanese Sailor Moon commercials. And I'll show you a little bit here. I'm not going to copy all of it, but I'll show you a little bit of the commercials that they're showing.
Proplica 記念すべき第1弾を飾るのは プロプリカ第1弾美少女戦士セーラームーンムーンスティック。洗練された三日月のシェイプ、そこから伸びる細く美しいライン。セーラームーンの身長から割り出し1分の1サイズとして作られたこのハイクオリティな質感、そして初めて原作通りに立体化した幻の銀髄ショー。7色の LED で光り方も忠実に再現。また銀髄ショーがない状態を再現することも可能。眺めて鑑賞できるディスプレイスタンドが付属。さらに
愛と正義のセーラー服美少女戦士セーラームーン、月に代わっておしゃきや。
セーラームーンの音声も収録。ファンには嬉しいあの声も。少女だったあの頃の憧れが今。
So that's my report from Bandai Tamashi Nations at the New York Toy Fair. I do plan to be at the Tokyo Toy Fair in June, so we expect to have more news from Bandai Japan about Sailor Moon. So subscribe and stay tuned.